They say one smile can't change the world. But in a small European village it did. No magic, no miracles, just an old woman's kindness and the quiet power of thought. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by fields of golden wheat, lived an old woman with silver hair that shimmered like moonlight. Her face was etched with wrinkles, each one a story, each one a memory, but her eyes still sparkled with warmth and kindness. She lived alone in a small cottage beneath a great oak tree. Her husband had passed away many years ago, and she had no children to care for her. Yet, she never complained. Every morning, she would sit beneath the oak's wide branches, smiling at everyone who passed by. To the farmers, to the carpenters, to the women in the market, her smile was like the morning sun, gentle yet full of hope. The villagers called her Grandma Maria, and they loved her dearly. Life in the village was not easy. Some years, the rain forgot to fall. Other times, sickness would visit the homes of hardworking families. But even when worry darkened the hearts of others, Grandma Maria's light never dimmed. One day, a young woman named Clara came running to her, eyes red with tears. "Grandma," she cried, "my husband went to the city to find work, but he hasn't sent any money. My children are hungry, and I'm so scared." Grandma Maria gently patted the ground beside her. "Sit, my child," she said softly. "Tell me, what do you think will happen?" Clara wept. "I don't know. Maybe something bad. Maybe he's forgotten us." The old woman smiled and said, "When we fill our minds with fear, our hearts grow heavy. But when we fill them with hope, our hearts grow lighter and life begins to change." Clara frowned. "But how can I think good thoughts when everything is falling apart?" Grandma Maria leaned closer. "Let me tell you a story," she whispered. "Once, there was a poor man who had nothing. No food, no family, only his tears by the river. An old woman passing by asked, 'Why do you cry, my son?' He said, 'I have nothing. How can I be happy?' She smiled and replied, 'You have the river that sings to you, the trees that give shade, the sun that warms your skin. You have life, and that is everything.'" The man stopped crying. He looked around and saw beauty everywhere. From that day, he worked harder, smiled more, and his life slowly changed. Grandma Maria looked at Clara and said, "You see, my dear, the man's life didn't change because of luck. It changed because he changed his thoughts." Clara nodded slowly. "So, thinking good thoughts can really make things better." "Yes," Grandma Maria said, her eyes shining. "When you say today will be a good day, you give your heart strength, and strength brings miracles." From that day, Clara woke up each morning and whispered, "Today will be a good day." She worked hard, cared for her children, and waited with hope in her heart. Weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found a job and was sending money home. Clara ran to Grandma Maria's house with tears of joy. Grandma smiled, her eyes twinkling. "You see, child, when you think good thoughts, you invite good things into your life." Word of her wisdom spread across the village. People came to her not for gold or medicine, but for her words, words that healed hearts and lit dark paths. And soon, the whole village began to change. Not because the rains came or the crops grew faster, but because people learned to see life with hope. The moral of the story: our thoughts shape our world. When we choose gratitude over fear, hope over worry, light over darkness, we find the strength to rise. Because a hopeful heart is an unbreakable heart.